provide us with a financial analysis.
Okay, so we have some we have a
Yeah.
Including continuing schedule on that.
I think we're looking now at just the feasibility portion of it, and then we'll make some determinations about how much further to go.
Can you say that'd be part of the feasibility? As a group?
Yeah, and that's why I say when we talk about it being a feasibility study, we were sort of saying, well, sort of a feasibility light. It's a basic analysis of our facilities and our needs. The financial part of it will be an addition.
In addition, that we will have.
Yeah. And I think we can do that somewhat in-house with some, we're looking to have a financial advisor to help us structure the best possible loan package for the firehouse. So I would assume we can take advantage of that individual, which we want to get online. I keep saying it month after month that we want to make that effort. We have a list of them. I guess it's a matter of determining when to sign on that individual. But they can help us with those projects.
Isn't here almost more kind of
Any other comments? Oh, Tom.
Just a small thing. What is the process for the design of the firehouse?
Yeah. Are there any specifications or?
No. You can ask a question.
I was asking too. Go ahead.
I think I had the floor.
You jumped ahead.
I raised my hand. In terms of, it sounds like you've begun the process to identify architects, and I'm encouraged that there are a lot of, obviously, Stearns and others are going to be considered. How are you going to make it open so that you get a broad base of potential architects into the process? I don't know the whole procedure.
Well, we put an ad in the paper, and we've also sent out lists, invited 50-some architectural firms, a lot of them based in New York, and a lot of them based in Connecticut and Boston, pretty much the gamut of what we could
to get comments from.
Yeah.
And who made that list? Who put together?
We received, the list. One list is a local call to local, not local, but statewide fire stations that have been built, and their firms that have designed them. Ingrid Elliott has supplied a list of firms that she has dealt with in New York that she felt confident that maybe fit into our scenario. And a few other stragglers have come through, and
several inquiries through just the newspaper coverage.
When did the newspaper cover it?
Well, throughout the process,
right.
People
through the news.
I think 15 or 20 that submitted.
And I would say constantly we have at least two or more that are good. I think we could walk away and say or right now we've had some confident firms step up, but we are.
No, I think.
Oh yeah.
I have a really good friend in New York who does talk of buildings. I don't know if he's ever done a firehouse, but he's done,
one of our criteria that we set early on in our committee was firehouse experience.
They have to have done a firehouse.
Yes, that was one of the.
One thing that I think we're all really aware of, this is going to be one of the most prominent buildings in the world.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of institutional buildings that are not very attractive. It'd be great to have this be something powerful.
It will be. Yeah,
I don't think that'd be so prominent.
You're coming off most people can answer the borough here to buy that. Or exit the borough.
You're looking straight ahead.
Which means you're going to rotate right in front of it.
I don't think that it's a very prominent building. I think it'll be there, people will see it because it's new, but I don't think it's very big.
I'll close down my last question. Will the signs be up for public comment?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm sorry to be here to go to the prominent. It is a very prominent spot. You go over the bridge. Yes, you do look over to the boats, but you do look to a lot.
It'll be you, so they promise. But I'm not for the paper. I'm just going to do it.
Well, and also, we'll agree to this. So, yeah.
What the objective of the committee is to filter through the architects and to find the best firms and bring them before the board. We're not choosing the architect, we're filtering through them to bring them before the board, and
The board will make a
the board will choose the architect, not the building group.
So you're not gonna have it open to competition or something where you have a bunch of ideas that you could then say, we like these three, let's have more details?
Yeah, but that's been the direction we've been moving. Yeah, in terms of competition, but I think the planning and zoning commission is going to have enormous input on this as we get more along. I think we've been just trying to narrow the field to a group of architects that have experience and that we're impressed by the work that they're showing us, and then we'll, go to the next sort of the next phase.
I'm encouraged that it should be something great.
And I think it is a focus on our group, and
is there a need for additional money? I mean, is that something that we should, there should be a public fund set up?
Yeah.
I mean, I've mentioned this to some of the people in the group, but if there were a 501c3 like entity that people could make donations to the design, so that instead we committed to $250,000 or whatever the figure is for the building, but if somebody wants it to be more interesting or more pizzazzy, if we had another $100,000, that might help with sort of construction costs and make it.
Yeah, we have a shortfall into this right now on construction, projected.
Right.
Well, obviously, the prices are changing. We're actually benefiting somewhat by the slowdown. Building costs may go down with competition for building, and interest rates are dropping. So we're finding ourselves in a rather kind of fortuitous part of the cycle. But that's an excellent idea. I don't know quite how to. Well, it's worth consideration.
I'm not sure if it's something where the Burgess should deal with or the public. But something to be done.
Would you need a 501c3? Couldn't you just separate fund within the borough?
Well, no, if you have a 501c3 though, if you have that status, then, for example, I think that tax deduction and also, people can get matching gifts from the companies.
Yeah.
And so that really increases the amount of money you potentially can get.
But it doesn't have to be could it be a municipality for a fund without doing the 501c3 because it's a bit of a drag setting it up?
Yeah, I just think it needs to be discussed.
it's not just a suggestion. And I think we've had the prices that we set out early in the feasibility study way back. I mean, we were going through all this. A year ago when we had these meetings. They're holding true to what construction costs are, and our last interview was. I was surprised at the $93 a square foot that he threw out there, but that's what he actually built the old Mystic Firehouse for. It's $93 a square foot, and what our feasibility study based on was $150 a square foot. So that's a huge.
Right.
So there's a gamut there, and so we feel comfortable with our numbers coming into this.
Right. But we don't necessarily have to have the cheapest.
Right, exactly. Yes, right. But when we went to the 150, when we went to that number, that was not cutting back. That was going flat ahead. Now, Andy, correct me if I'm wrong in this. With those numbers, with $150 a square foot, for how much? If we built the firehouse today for this spring, we would be short, I think, 150,000, somewhere around there?
Yeah, somewhere around 100,000.
Off the budget.
Yeah.
All that would mean in terms of the borough's expenses, keep the 4 mill rate under.
Well, yeah, except that what it means is we would have to defer perhaps some of the interior, whatever. We would have borrowed all that we're allowed to borrow, and we wouldn't have enough. Right. So we'd have to somehow extend that.
Actually, does that change with interest rates too?
Yeah, but that was taking into consideration interest rates.
Right, with rates going down,